This is Dustin with the Quest Kids, and I'm here to teach you how to play the Big Bads battle against Jinx in the Quest Kids Big Bads of Tolk's Cave. In this battle, Jinx the Trickster Tree is after your treasure. Can you solve his puzzle and scare him away before all of your treasure and health have disappeared? Now, to prepare the Jinx battle, we're going to shuffle the Jinx attack cards and the Jinx puzzle cards and place them in decks next to the door. I like to place them here by the front door of Tolk's Cave. Next, we're going to place the hero miniatures in the big cave. Let's do that here. And take an attack card and put them face down in front of each hero. Next, we're going to create the Jinx puzzle with face down puzzle cards. If you take a look at page 35 in your rulebook, you will see the layout for a 2 or 3 player game. So this is a 3-player game, so it would look like this. And in a 4 or 5-player game, it would look like this. During the Quest Kids adventures in Tolk's Cave, they will have been placing ability cards on the Big Bads tile if bad things have happened to them. So, if there are 2 or 3 cards on the Big Bads tile, you would place one more tile on the puzzle. If there are 4 or 5, you would place another. And if there are 6 or more ability cards on the Big Bads tile, you would place a 3rd tile to the puzzle that needs to be solved. And then finally, as a reminder, players can use all items and remaining ability cards, so ability cards and items, from their adventure during this battle against Jinx. The way fighting Jinx works is players will take turns flipping over the Jinx attack card that's in front of them. So let's begin with Noah here and flip over the attack card. You'll see it looks very similar to the event cards that you encountered during your initial adventure in Tolk's Cave. But what they represent are attacks from Jinx on our Quest Kids. So here, Noah is having to deal with a tree stomp, so he's either going to try to shield the team by rolling 2 helps, or he's going to try to spread everybody out by rolling 1 teamwork. Taking a look at Noah's card here, we can see that he unfortunately, does not have teamwork or help on his card. So really his best bet is to roll a wild. So he will try to spread the team out and see if he can roll a wild. And he did not. So what that means is you check the card here, and what he does is he loses 1 random treasure. One exception is, unlike event cards, players cannot ask other players to borrow dice. However, players can discard an ability card to use any 1 additional dice to avoid the Jinx attack. Then you continue play. Next would be Skylar's turn. She's going to try to roll. We got a root grab, so she's either going to call out where the roots are landing, which is a help, or she's going to try to tie up the roots, which would be 2 outsmarts. Skylar does have a help, so she will roll to try to call out where the roots are going to land, and she does not get it. So once again, you look, and she loses 1 treasure token. Let's try to get a success here so we can see what happens with that. A tree stomp, okay. Flint can try to stab Jinx's foot, which I think we're gonna do because it requires 1 attack, and Flint has that on his dice. And we get it with a wild, okay. So, since we were successful, we get to move on to the puzzle turn. To wrap up the attack phase of the Jinx battle, players will take turns dealing with attack cards. If they're successful, they'll move on to the puzzle phase. If they fail, they will first lose a treasure, and then once they run out of treasure, they will lose a heart. Discard the Jinx attack cards after you encounter them, and then use this discard pile to create a new draw pile once you run out of Jinx attack cards. So on the puzzle turn, players can do one of the following actions. They can reveal a new tile, which is what we're going to do now. So let's do that, and we'll talk about the other actions here in a second. So he will reveal this tile. And as you can see, there are 4 different icons on this tile. A green one, a blue one, a yellow one, and a purple one. And what the team is trying to do, is I'll go ahead and flip these over, is the team is trying to make a complete puzzle by matching up all of the icons. So, let's just look at this for example. You can see here that the purple and the purple match here, but obviously the blue and the green do not match here, the blue and the purple do not match there, and the blue and the yellow do not match there. Now I'm going to go through the other actions in the puzzle turn that the players can use to try to complete the puzzle. So reveal a new tile. So let's say that Noah is successful and he reveals a new tile. Whenever he reveals this new tile, he is able to choose which direction to lay the tile. He can do it in any direction he wants, but it has to be in this spot. So I think it makes sense, obviously, for it to go like this, so it matches up with the green. Let's say that Skylar was successful. She would probably flip over a new tile too, and then put it like this. But let's say Flint here flips this one over. Okay, so he kind of has to choose this or this. Let's go ahead and choose this. So now, instead of revealing a new tile, you can replace an already revealed tile with a new tile from the puzzle deck, and you would put the replace tile here. So let's say that Flint wanted to do that. You would replace this tile and just flip this one over to see what he gets. Oh, look at that. That works pretty well. And you would put this back on the bottom of the puzzle tile deck. If you wanted, Flint could swap to already revealed tiles. So if you go like this, that doesn't make too much sense, but you could do that. And then you can also rotate an already revealed tile. So let's go ahead and just finish our puzzle out here, just kind of see what we got. Okay, so what do we need to do here? It looks like everything works except for this. So what we really need is a green with a green and yellow next to it. So for example, on the next turn, they could try to swap this tile out with this one, and they got it. So there you go. That puzzle is solved. As you can see, match, 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 match. If there are more down here, these would also need to be matched. But the the battle against Jinx is over once the puzzle is solved, or once the Quest Kids are defeated. And the way the Quest Kids are defeated is if they continue to lose against the attacks from Jinx. Once a player runs out of treasure, then they would start taking away hearts. Jinx would start taking away hearts. And once a Quest Kid runs out of hearts, he's out of the battle. So the battle is over once the puzzle is solved, or once all the Quest Kids have lost all of their hearts. Thank you for watching and for playing the Quest Kids Big Bads at Tolk's Cave. If you have any questions about the rules or the gameplay, please ask them on the comments below this video or on the forums on Board Game Geek. Once again, thanks for playing, and remember, a Quest Kid's quest is never done.